guys, it's Stan the Traded Man. I hope everybody's doing good on this cloudy Saturday. At least it's cloudy where I am here in Maryland. It is in the low 70s, and it's supposed to rain later this afternoon. I have the top on my M4 dropped. I'm going to see some clients right now. Hopefully I can get about 2 hours of convertible time before I have to put the top back up. But for now, I'm enjoying it. I'm chilling. I want to wish a happy Father's Day to all the gentlemen out there who are the real fathers. I want to wish a happy Father's Day to the fathers-to-be. I hope everybody's having a great Father's Day weekend, whether you're smoking a cigar, drinking some beers with the boys, chilling out, golfing, whatever it is that you're choosing to do. This weekend's going to be very laid back for me. I'm going to take it easy. My wife's got the boys today while I'm working, and hopefully tomorrow I'll lounge around the pool a little bit and chillax. Talk about risk management a little bit here, guys. I constantly talk about it. It's an important thing to constantly do over the weekends, constantly to do during the day as you're trading, constantly do it in the evening after you're done trading. Risk management is so important. Understanding what you have, understand where it's going, where it's not going. Understand if you have a day trade, swing trade, or long. Day trades can turn into swings. Swings can turn into longs. Vice versa. A swing can turn into a day trade. The market is crazy right now. Volume is kicking in. There's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of new investors. The biggest problem right now is that stocks that are being called out all over the place, relative to what's going on in the market or in the news, investors are hopping on, even for PR related or news related, and they're hopping on and they're getting off the train real quick, and it's killing the buzz. So when stocks should be going up sometimes 50 cents, 75 cents, it's being killed off by 20 cents and it's starting to work its way down. It's very important that you do you. You risk management your file. This is your money that you're playing with. This is real money that you're playing with. This is real money that you're going to make. This is real money that you're going to lose. No one else. Not me, not them, not chat rooms, not Twitter, nobody. It's your money. It's my money, and you got to understand what your money's going to do for you. Your money is a vehicle. You take that money out and you move from location to location, from ticker to ticker, and you keep making that percentage, you keep making that money. At the end of the day, what's important is what you cleared percentage-wise, what you cleared dollar-wise. Doesn't matter how many wins or losses you have throughout the day. It's important how much you make at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month. That is what is important. It's what you have to spend at the end of the month. It's what you have to spend at the end of the year. All the other stuff is just background noise, guys. I don't listen to it. Chat rooms, I go into it sometimes if I'm like having a bad day just to see what everybody's talking about. But I don't even go to chat rooms. I monitor everything, what's going on in the news, what people are talking about on Twitter, what's going on with all the different companies, what they're talking about on social media, on all their outlets, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I'm checking these things out. I'm constantly just scrolling through everything. I told you guys I get about 200 messages very easily when the market opens, 200 messages a minute that I have to scroll through, see if it's worth anything, and move on. It's very important that you sort through the bullshit. You find out what's relative to what's going on at that moment. You identify if you're going to enter in something. If you do, have a plan when you're doing it, and have a plan to exit. And don't redo it. People are losing money when they enter into a stock, and then they exit, and they try to re-enter at the wrong time, and then they end up FOMO, and they end up losing their ass. Everything that they just gained, they're losing times 10, and then they want to blame everyone except themselves. Everyone except themselves. They're the ones that hit the button. But guys, here's the deal. There's plays that are COVID bound, that are bound to happen phase 2, that happen in phase 1. It's like a story being told, guys. And the bus is going to come back to pick you up. Don't feel like you're bag holding on some stuff if it's COVID related. The bus is always going to come back, whether it's mask related, bio related, whether it's vaccine related, whatever it is. The bus is always going to come around. Most likely PR or news is going to come out that's going to be either specific to that stock or that's going to be relative to that community or particular stocks. So if it's bios, HTPX, iBio, BioL, and stuff like that. These things all run off of each other. They run sympathy off of each other, just like the drones do. Just like the foods do. Everything runs off of their own sympathy off of one that's popping. It's very important that you start to keep a list mentally or on paper of what stocks are relative to each other in the same field, so that you know where to jump onto. As the volume comes in, you're already sitting there just waiting. Identify very quickly if you're going to be back holding, or if you're really going to have something that's going to be a swing that somebody's going to come back and get you on. Sometimes you're early on, and sometimes you're taking a little loss on a swing, but ultimately that bus will come back and pick you up. Risk management is so critical when trading. So critical. Always have a plan, guys. Always have a plan. Let's see what's going on, guys. Stocks. Everyone's talking about IDEX. People are talking about how this thing could go above $4. I know we were talking to Yates yesterday. That's his baby doll. I think that that thing has a lot of potential. I played it as a day trade here and there, but I'm looking into possibly getting in there for a long position to see where this baby's going, because I do think that it's got a lot of potential. Late to the game for long, but you know what? I think this thing still has some firepower. BYFC, everyone's getting eatsy-peatsy about the PR. It didn't come out the end of the week. That thing could come out at any moment. I'm holding on it. I entered in the 40s. I averaged up. I'm holding it. I think the community is holding it up in the 80s right now, very steadily. I think everybody's really anxious. You might start seeing some sell-offs here and there. That will be a good dip for re-entry as people start to get not nervous, but tired of waiting. But you know what, guys? Let me tell you the one thing that I've learned in trading: patience. If you know something's coming, whether it's a week or two from now, you're just early to the game, guys. You got front row seats, and you got to give patience, guys. Patience. I know yesterday's video, people were asking about IRO, AYRO. I think that thing has a lot of potential. I think it had, when DCAR merged with it, I think it had potential before the merger. I think it's doubled up to have more potential. I know some people are talking about it could go up to $10. It is a low float. Be careful when you're going in. Have a low position. I still think that entry under or around 3 is good. I think it has a lot of potential to run, and I think as they start to reveal more of their incoming products, I think you're going to start to see the stock rise, and I think a lot of people are going to start jumping on board before you know that thing's going to be $5 and it's going to be going plus. BYFC, everyone keeps asking me about it. Listen, guys, I still believe in it. I think it's a great stock, actually. I know that yesterday a lot of people were running a lot of different stocks related to black-owned businesses. I think this one particularly, this one was being held down so much by the other commercial banks or the competitors or whoever. That thing was being held down. I don't think it's over, and I know some people took a loss. It's a very risky trade because of how quickly it goes up and down. I get it, but at the end of the day, I do think that it's still undervalued here. I'm doing a lot more research on it. I'm learning a lot more about the company, the CEO, and so forth. I think it's important for you on the weekends, not only with this one or any other, just do your due diligence on all tickers that you're holding or potentially have entry on. XSPA, guys, I've been banging on the table on that one. I think that one is very undervalued where it's sitting right now. It should be at the market price of the offering at 5.25. It got compliance last week. The offering should have closed Friday. The CEO or the company, I can't remember. I think the company overnight tweeted out about how next week they should be rolling out with airports, plural S, airports, not JFK, airports. So look for, I think you need to look for PR on that very soon. I think Monday is a good entry. I think anything under 5.25 is safe. That thing has an automatic binge up to 525 as a sit-in place for the next move up once PR comes. PR comes, in my honest opinion, I think that thing goes 6 and over. I know people are saying 7 and 7 plus. It depends really what's in that PR and the timing of the PR, how juicy that PR is. But I think that it's coming together. The website's up. We showed you the website on Friday, and I think there's a lot of potential there. Again, guys, I keep telling you guys, INPX, don't sleep on it, man. That thing is sitting at 170, I think, right now. or 169. That thing has a lot of firepower left. I'm holding long on it. I'm waiting for 3+. I know Beast Trade thinks that thing's going to go to 4. It's got a lot of potential for room, and I think you guys are missing the bus by not loading up some and holding long on it. I think it's very important that you do your due diligence on that one, and look at their website. Look at all their clientele or all the integrations that they're working with. They are big, and I think they're severely undervalued as a whole. Not only for a ride up to buy and sell, but I think as a company, I think it's severely undervalued. I think that they should be high up. I know some people want to talk about IZEA. Listen, the CEO really screwed up. He was doing a lot of backpedaling. Same day he did that offering, he was trying to sell off on that other company that they were forming a relationship with. I think it was bad timing the way they did everything. I think there's a lot of hype on it that got it up to where it was, and then people are sort of weary to get back in. I think IZEA is a safe bet. Definitely think it's a safe bet to get back in. I'm not in currently, but I am going to get back in for a swing position on that one. Let me see what else is going on here. Guys, cruises are postponed to September 15th. Cruises postponed to September 15th in the United States. So if you want a position where you're, number one, willing to hold a long position, number two, you're willing to battle through second quarter and third quarter, I think that's a great time to consider buying as a long position. I'm not holding any currently. However, when I get my boys' stock accounts up next week, I'm going to put some in their positions because I'm going to put it in and never look back on it. It's not going to matter. It's going to be there for a year or two. Those are good longs that are going to pay back a year or two from now. And you can sell off then, or you can continue to add on from there. Also, airlines are great, to consider getting into for a long position. If you're looking for a quick flip, you're fooling yourself. I don't think it's going to be anything quick about it, and I think you're going to be red before you're green. So I think that these are good positions. If you don't get a full position, at least an entry position, anything related to travel, I think it's a great time to scoop those up based on the cruises just being postponed until September. And I think that it has a good long-term potential as we fight through phase 2 and the unknowns of what's to come here in this election year. So anyway, that's my little tidbit here on a Saturday. And on the way to my appointments, again, I want to wish the fathers very happy Father's Day. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And ladies that do not have a father in your kid's life, I want to wish you a happy Father's Day too. You guys are all the MVPs. And by the way, to my haters, less than 1% of my following, I love you guys. Your tears and your sweat just makes me more thirsty to go, baby. You just keep on watching, buddy. It's coming. I'll talk to you all later, all right? Have a great one.